Hi everyone, welcome back to Dimension Traders Trading Review for June 13, 2017. Today we are going to unfold couple setup from June 11 and 12, and we also have some setup found in June 13, which is today. We are going to went over a couple pairs. Um, let's go to the first one. The first pair is dollar Swiss franc. On the day of 11, we found the setup as the continuation pattern, which is happened in this area. When the MACD is up, the pricing heading up, pull back to the major support, which is also considered the demand area. Unfortunately, this pricing did not reach our expecting target and just hang around for almost 8 hours till the new setup found. And I found the new setup is counter to the current one. So I decided to close it up. So this is the pair. We end up a little bit profit, but I will consider as a breaking even. Okay, the next one, US dollar yen. This one is a very tricky one. The reason why I'm saying tricky is the setup is exactly the same situation as the dollar Swiss franc. Pricing going up and a pull back to the major supply, the major demand. But unfortunately, the first one didn't hold, so it's going down to the second one, which is my stop place at. And I was have some spraying right here to make the stop a little further than the stop range. But I believe it's not long enough, so this one got stopped out and pricing going back to the entry point and hanging around just like the dollar Swiss franc. So this is a losing trade. Just want to bring up and let everybody know nothing is perfect. As long as you follow your trading plan, this will be okay. Take a loss and then move on. Okay, next one. Next one is Euro dollar. Euro dollar have the reverse situation like everything else. The pricing is heading down while we found the continuation pattern pullback to the supply zone, and the pricing is hanging around on the top of our entry, which is we entry right here. And pricing didn't hit the stop loss and pull back till this area. We found a new setup, and we close out in the same time as the dollar Swiss franc because the new setup is counter setup to what we have. So due to the time frame, our normal trading hour is before London or closing before the New York. We will not keep this one along the time we can manage. So that is how I make up the trading plan to close this one and open a new one. The next one is Australian yen. This one luckily did not open it. The reason why is before the pricing heading down to my entries, I already have dollar Swiss franc, dollar yen, um, European dollar, and other pair already in place. So I did not take this one at all. Even this is the acceptable trade up. It's right in this area we are taking and the pricing going up. But I skipped this one due to too many setup going on. so I didn't have this one in place. Unfold result is acceptable. Pricing did not stop out. Is holding right on the edge and pull back. You might end up some profit if you take this one as a continuation or some reversal. Setup you found in small time frame. So this is the Australian dollar. Okay, the next one to unfold is Singapore Swiston. Okay, this one is the perfect example of the continuation which we took in the same time when other pairs is open trade. This one is MACD up, violate the previous supply, so we are expecting continuation pullback entry here, stop right here, and end up we hit a target. So on June 11 unfold, one win one loss to break even with a little profit. That's the result on the June 11. Okay, let's move on to the June 12. New Zealand Swiston. Okay, for this pair, for the New Zealand Swiston, we have the continuation setup for training. Sorry, the correction. This is the reversal setup found in the supply zone with MACD down with violation of the demand. So this is the trade happening in June 12th when pricing moving up and then we take a place, the pricing heading down and fulfill our target. This is a good trade we caught on June 12th. And let's move to the next one. The next one is Europe, New Zealand. For this is the same setup we found in New Zealand Swiston, which is a reversal setup, price pullback, and we enter and start going up. And this is in the demand zone, which is a little tricky with a lot of pressure on the top. So we do a very conservative trade on this one. The pricing almost hit our stop and the pullback is where we close the trade, almost hit the target. So June 12th, we caught two setups and enter two setups, one profit and one close almost break even. So that's a good day. So right now we are run into the June 13th, which is today. Two possible setup found in the ZAR yen. This is an divergent setup which is found in the supply zone area with the day supply zone on the top, which is still have some room to go up. Pricing already rejecting this resistance level for one time in the 4 hour, 2 and the 3, and we found divergent, 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 triple divergent. So we are expecting pricing testing up here before we take the limit order for one-to-one trade. So that's a plan for ZAR EM. Let's move on to the next one. This one is SGD Singapore. Okay, for the dollar, This is a continuation setup pattern for MACD is going down. Demand got violet. Price have a lot of cluster with the Fibonacci. I was doing this in purpose, just want to demonstrate how the cluster be recognized. We draw the most swing high down to the recent swing low and the current swing low to this swing high, which is go like this and this. So this will give us a very good um, cluster on the extension and regular one. Let me show you what I mean. For this one setup was possible found in 15. We have the high to low, high to low, high to low, high to low. So those four Fibonacci already make a very busy cluster in this area, which is the weekly setup, which is the pivot point at weekly pivot line in brown color right here. And plus, we are drawing a Fibonacci from this low to this high, and this high to this low. So we have the extension and inverse extension. Both Fibonacci extension cluster in exactly same area. So we are going to watch very closely to see if the pricing going to pull up here for the continuation setup and moving down with a stop loss expecting right here. Okay, that's about the explanation how I use Fibonacci on the continuation. Um, Try not to fall into the complicated drawing chart like this if you're not get used to it. Limit the lines such as moving average, pivot point, just limit till you get used to the line cluster, then overlapping with other confirmation you like. So that's the setup for dollar, Singapore dollar. The last one we're going to go over will be Singapore yen. Okay, this is the last one happening in the supply zone in day violates the demand right here. Supply zone violate the demand right here. So obviously we are going to look short. And RHR divergence found with the possible extension up this area with a moving average stuck right here. So expecting the short position enter right here, moving down with stop loss on the top area. Okay, so June 13, 3 setup and totally 7 unfold from previous 2 days. The whole record is getting better and better with more and more continuation join. But overall, try to limit the risk, trade as little as possible if you are not so sure about your trading plan in the beginning. Slow along the way once you get more confident about your trading result, then you can increase the trade volume and just volumize for the trading result. So as my trading plan, I was expecting break even more than the losing trade. Then winning trade is more than the losing trade. So overall, my end result still positive. That's a whole thing and a goal I'm aiming to. Um, Pretty much that's the trading review for today. If the review is help for your trading setup strategy, please share the video, subscribe, or leave any feedback comment. That will be appreciated. And we'll come back for a couple days or two for unfold on today's setup. Thank you for watching.